Hello everyone, this is Vijay from simulationHub team. In this video, we are going to look at how to interact with 3D viewer of simulationHub. So what is simulationHub 3D viewer? It's an interactive 3D viewer for simulationHub model. It is a place to carry out all 5 stages of simulation. It is a place to navigate through a CAD model. It is a place to view simulation results given by simulationHub. It is a place to switch between different stages of simulationHub. And it is a place to take project snaps like result snap or CAD model snaps. Before looking at the 3D viewer, let's see what are the different components that you will come across when you interact on 3D viewer. So first type of item or component is a drop down list. For example, you will see a drop down list when you click on browse button available on 3D viewer. The second type of component is pop-ups. Once the pop-up is open, you can close the pop-up using a cross icon available at the right top corner of the pop-up. You can also expand the pop-up by dragging the right bottom corner of any of the pop-up. The third component is a Viewcube. It's an interactive 3D cube which will help you to orient the model in graphics window. The next type of component is a dependent action buttons. These are the buttons which would be activated if all previous stage inputs are provided. Then you have independent action buttons which will be active throughout your interaction on 3D viewer. Now let's look at the layout and different items available on 3D viewer. The first item is a stage navigation available at the left top corner of 3D viewer. The stage navigation will allow you to navigate to any of the stage on simulationHub. Then you have simulation stages menu. These menus are arranged in the same sequence you will be executing any simulation on simulationHub. The menu item would be active only if all the inputs required for previous stage is given. At the bottom, you have mouse and view controls. This will help you to change the actions of 3 buttons available on the mouse. Then you have section and explode view. And you have model tree and settings available on 3D viewer. At the top right corner, you have Viewcube. This cube will allow you to orient the model in graphics window. It's an interactive 3D cube, and clicking at the corner edges or the faces will orient the model accordingly. And then you have a graphics window in which your 3D CAD model or result is displayed. Now as we have understood different components, items and its layout on a 3D viewer, let's look at the live 3D viewer. Now I am on my dashboard. Let me open the quick view of one of the project. And to open this project in a 3D viewer, I will click on open button. Now this particular project which I am trying to open also has a results available with it. Now it's trying to load all the geometrical data as well as result data. Now all my complete project is open. So let's look at different components of a 3D viewer. So at the bottom, what you have is the mouse control. By default, when we open the project in 3D viewer, the mouse is in orbit mode. So in this mode, left click and drag actually rotates the model. The middle click or a wheel, if I rotate the wheel, it will zoom in or zoom out the model. And right click and drag would actually pan the model in view. I can always change the mode. I can go to pan mode. In this case, if I click and drag all three mouse buttons, it would pan the model. I can go into a zoom mode. Left click and drag would actually zoom in or zoom out the model. I can walk to a particular object by just double clicking the object. And I can change the camera interaction. The second section of a bottom menu will allow you to see a cut section of your model. We have three cut sections perpendicular to X, Y and Z axis. If you have any cut section active, you can actually rotate that cut section. If you mouse over to a small icon at the center of the cut section, you will see two circles perpendicular to the cut section. If you left click and drag, you can actually rotate that cut section. The next important button available is the model browser. If you click on the model browser, it will show you the list of the parts available in this particular model. You can click on any of the part to isolate and view that particular part. You can hold down the control key and click on multiple parts to view them. You can also search by name and view only that particular part. So this is an important feature if you have a complicated model and you would like to see only a particular part of that model. You can also modify the properties of the display or the lighting. You can also change the navigation and selection settings as well as performance and appearance settings. For example, let me deactivate the ground shadow. So there are many options which controls the way the model is displayed in a graphics window. If you want to go back to the default options, you can say reset settings to defaults. This is the simulation stage menu. The icons are arranged in a sequential way, the way you are going to conduct simulation on simulationHub. Each icon is a dependent icon and will be activated only if the previous stage inputs are provided. In this project, the results are available, which is a final stage of simulation on simulationHub. So you will see that view result icon is activated and all other icons are deactivated. If you click on view results icon, you will see different options to view the results. I have just activated the flow tube animation and you will see that the animation is active. I can always go back and only see the flow tubes. Take a note that in this case only view result is activated, so I can only view the results of this particular project. The previous stage icons are deactivated. In a while we will see a way to switch between any stage on simulationHub using something called as a stage navigation option. At the top right corner you have a 3D view cube. It's an interactive 3D view cube. Clicking on the corner will orient or change the 3D orientation of the model. Clicking on the face of that cube will give you a 2D views like top, bottom, right, left. You can also click on the edges of the cube to see the model in different orientation. If you mouse over to the cube, you will see a drop down icon. If you click on the drop down icon, you will see few more options available to change the way model is displayed in a graphics window. If you have changed the orientation of the model and would like to go to its default view, you can click on the home button and it will show you the default view of the model when you opened it in the 3D viewer. If you right click on the open space in a graphics window, you will see an option called as show all objects. So if there is any object which is hidden, it will unhide that object. If you select any part and right click on it, you will see different options associated with that part. You can click on isolate to just view that particular part. You can hide that particular selected part. You can right click and show all objects. You can focus on that particular part to see it in detail. And you can also clear the selection of any particular selected part. At the top left corner, what you have is something called as a stage navigation. As I said, in simulation stage menu, you will have only one or two menus active depending on what are the inputs that you have provided. So the stage navigation menu will allow you to jump to any stage which is previously completed. For example, in this particular simulation, I have all the stages completed, so I can jump or activate any of the stage. For example, let me go to the fluid volume stage. So in the simulation stage menu, now you see that extracting fluid volume stage is active. Similarly, I can go back to the definition stage. and you see that the definition stage is active. Now I can either change the definition or clear all the definition which I have provided. So the stage navigation menu will allow you to jump to any of the stage during your project execution. These are few of the important options which will help you to set up the problem quickly and interact with the model effectively. Thanks for listening to this video. If you have any query, feel free to contact us.